For more than a century, rumors have circulated about a mysterious object orbiting the Earth. According to one of the strangest legends in space history, an unknown satellite has been silently circling our planet for thousands of years. The object is often referred to as the Black Knight satellite. Some believe it is an ancient alien probe watching humanity from orbit. Others believe it is nothing more than a misunderstanding, a mixture of misidentified space debris and internet myths that slowly grew into a global mystery. To understand where this story began, we have to go back more than 100 years. In 1899, the inventor Nikola Tesla was conducting experiments in Colorado Springs. Tesla was attempting to develop wireless communication systems capable of transmitting signals across great distances. During these experiments, he reported detecting unusual radio signals. Tesla believed the signals contained repeating patterns. At the time, radio technology was still new, and the possibility of signals coming from another civilization sounded extraordinary. Tesla even suggested the signals might originate from intelligent life beyond Earth. Although later scientists questioned Tesla's interpretation, the idea that radio signals could come from space captured public imagination. Several decades later, scientists began observing a strange phenomenon known as long-delayed echoes. Normally, radio signals sent from Earth bounce off the ionosphere and return almost instantly. But in certain cases, researchers noticed something unusual. Some signals returned several seconds later. This suggested the signals had traveled much farther than expected before returning to Earth. Some researchers speculated that the signals might be reflecting off unknown objects somewhere in space. At the time, this idea was purely speculative. No satellites existed yet, and humans had not even launched their first spacecraft. But the mystery would return in a new form during the early years of the space age. In 1957, the Soviet Union launched Sputnik, the first artificial satellite ever placed into orbit around Earth. This event marked the beginning of the space race. Soon afterward, the United States began launching its own satellites. Radar systems around the world started tracking objects in orbit, monitoring the growing number of spacecraft and rocket components circling the planet. During this time, some radar operators began reporting something unusual. Occasionally, their instruments detected objects that did not match any known satellite launch. One report in particular attracted attention in 1960. According to several newspaper articles, radar systems had detected a mysterious object orbiting Earth in a polar orbit. A polar orbit travels over the north and south poles of the planet. At that time, neither the United States nor the Soviet Union had the technology to launch satellites into such an orbit. This led to an obvious question. If neither superpower had launched the object, who had? The story quickly spread through newspapers and scientific discussions. Some observers believed the object might be part of a secret military project that had not been publicly announced. Others proposed something far more mysterious. What if the object had been orbiting Earth long before humans developed spaceflight? Over time, the mysterious object became known as the Black Knight satellite. According to the legend, the satellite had been silently circling the Earth for thousands of years, possibly sent by an advanced extraterrestrial civilization. The story continued to evolve throughout the 1960s. In 1963, astronaut Gordon Cooper was flying one of the final missions of the Mercury program. While orbiting Earth, he reported seeing a glowing object moving near his spacecraft. Radar stations tracking the mission reportedly detected something unusual as well. Although later explanations suggested the sighting may have been caused by debris or optical effects, the report added more fuel to the growing mystery. Over the following decades, the legend of the Black Knight satellite continued to circulate in books, documentaries, and eventually the internet. But the most famous image connected to the story appeared in 1998. During the STS-88 mission, astronauts aboard the Space Shuttle Endeavour were working to assemble the first components of the International Space Station. During a spacewalk, astronaut Jerry Ross photographed several objects floating near the shuttle. One photograph showed a dark, irregular object drifting through space, with Earth visible in the background. The shape looked strange. It appeared twisted and uneven, unlike the smooth shapes normally associated with spacecraft. When the image was released to the public, it quickly spread across the internet. Many people immediately connected the photograph to the legend of the Black Knight satellite. Some claimed the image was proof that an ancient alien probe was orbiting Earth. According to these theories, the satellite had been observing human civilization for thousands of years. Others suggested it might be transmitting information back to a distant extraterrestrial civilization. But scientists offered a far simpler explanation. According to NASA, the object photographed during the mission was most likely a thermal insulation blanket that had accidentally drifted away from the space shuttle. During spacewalks, astronauts frequently work with large sheets of reflective material used to protect spacecraft equipment from extreme temperatures. In the vacuum of space, even a lightweight object can slowly drift away from the spacecraft. As it moves, it may rotate and twist into unusual shapes. When photographed against the darkness of space, the object can appear far more mysterious than it actually is. Despite this explanation, the legend continued to grow. Over time, the story of the Black Knight satellite became more elaborate. Some versions claim the satellite originated from a distant star system 13,000 light-years away. Others claim the object is an ancient probe placed in orbit long before the development of human civilization. In reality, modern satellite tracking systems monitor thousands of objects orbiting Earth every day. These systems can detect even small fragments of space debris only a few centimeters across. If a mysterious satellite had been orbiting Earth for thousands of years, it would almost certainly appear in these tracking databases. So far, no such object has been confirmed. But the legend remains popular. Part of the fascination comes from the deeper question behind the story. Are we alone in the universe? Humanity has always wondered whether intelligent life exists somewhere beyond Earth. Our galaxy contains hundreds of billions of stars. Many of those stars have planets orbiting them. Some of those planets may have conditions suitable for life. It is entirely possible that intelligent civilizations exist somewhere else in the universe. Stories like the Black Knight satellite reflect that curiosity. Even if the legend itself is based on misunderstandings or misidentified objects, it still captures our imagination. It reminds us that space is still full of mysteries. Every year, new discoveries change our understanding of the cosmos. Astronomers continue searching for signals from distant civilizations. Scientists continue exploring planets and moons that might support life. Perhaps one day humanity will discover evidence of technology created by another civilization. Perhaps we will detect a signal from deep space, or perhaps the greatest mysteries will turn out to be ordinary phenomena that simply looked extraordinary at first. Until that day arrives, the legend of the Black Knight satellite remains one of the most fascinating space stories ever told. A mysterious object, an unanswered question, and a reminder that the universe may still hold secrets waiting to be discovered. So what is the Black Knight satellite? Is it a piece of space debris, a discarded thermal blanket from a forgotten mission, perfectly capturing the light to trick our eyes and fuel our imaginations? Or could it be something more? An ancient sentinel, a silent observer from a distant star, watching humanity's slow crawl from the cradle of civilization to the dawn of the space age. The evidence we have, from long-delayed echoes to strange photographs, can be explained away by science. A natural phenomenon here, a bit of space junk there. But for every official explanation, a dozen more questions arise, whispering in the static between stations. The story endures not because of concrete proof, but because it taps into a fundamental human desire, the need to know we are not alone in this vast, dark universe. It represents our deepest hopes and fears about what lies beyond our tiny blue world. The legend of the Black Knight is a modern myth, a testament to our fascination with the unknown. It reminds us to keep looking up, to keep questioning, and to never lose our sense of wonder. Because whether the Black Knight is real or not, the search for answers is what truly drives us forward, out into the great, mysterious expanse of space. What do you believe? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more journeys into the unknown.